Good day. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Shoimanova Mulder-Balgabaevna, and here I'm going to discuss with you the following topic. The topic will be about the main genres of scientific texts, and here in this topic we are going to focus on bachelor's thesis and master's dissertation works. So, as you know, in modern higher education, scientific research is central to the academic and professional development of master's and PhD students. The ability to conduct research is inseparable from presenting findings clearly, logically, and in accordance with academic standards. A thorough understanding of scientific text genres is essential for emerging researchers. So each genre has its own purpose, structure, audience, and stylistic conventions. So here, in this case, we can focus on bachelor's thesis and master's dissertation works. These two works are particularly important, representing key stages in a researcher's academic identity. And in this lecture, we are going to examine the main genres of scientific texts with special emphasis on the characteristics, structure, and academic requirements of bachelor's thesis and master's dissertation works. This lecture also highlights the similarities between them, differences, and role in progressing towards independent scientific research. The concept of a scientific text is a scientific text is an academic written work intended to present, analyze, and interpret research results systematically and objectively. Its primary purpose is to justify scientific claims through evidence and logical reasoning. Key characteristics of the scientific text include logical coherence and clear structure, objectivity and accuracy, precise scientific terminology, reliance on credible sources, explicit argumentation and evidence-based conclusions, adherence to academic ethics, including proper citation and avoidance of plagiarism. Scientific research reflects the author's ability to think critically, synthesize existing knowledge, and contribute meaningfully to a specific field of study. So, as you can see from this slide, when conducting some kind of research, you should organize your written work logically coherent, and there should be a clear structure. Like, as you know, in all scientific texts, we should have introduction part, main part. Sometimes main part may consist of two parts, sometimes three or more parts. It depends on the type of the research work. Also, you should have the clear object, and your aim and focus should be accurate. And while conducting this research work, you should use only scientific terminology. You can also use some kind of acronyms or abbreviated words, abbreviations, but these abbreviations and abbreviated words should have some kind of relevance to the research work, yeah? So they should be used according to the topic. And also, when choosing some kind of literature or references, you should rely on credible sources. Yes, nowadays, as you know, we cannot use any citation which does not have credible sources. That is why you should show the exact link. So also, when you give some kind of explanations or justifications, they should be based on evidence-based conclusions. Yeah, you should provide some kind of experiments, and on the basis of these experiments, you should provide your solutions and evidences. And also one of the most important things is to adhere to academic ethics, like proper citation and also avoidance of plagiarism. Especially nowadays, also use of AI, that is artificial intelligence, also should be avoided due to academic ethics, yeah? So if you focus on main genres of scientific texts, of course, we can say that scientific texts can be classified into several major genres, each serving a distinct academic function, like scientific articles, conference papers and presentations, abstracts and summaries, research reports, monographs, theses, and dissertation works, like bachelor's degree thesis, master's dissertation work, or PhD doctoral dissertation works. So, of course, when even compiling a kind of research article, you should refer a kind of abstract. Yeah, usually this abstract should contain of about 100 words, and it should refer the main idea, brief information about the whole research paper. Also, when making some speeches on conferences, like conference papers or doing some kind of presentations on PPT or other types of platforms or resources, apps like Canva and so on, you should also strictly adhere to the scientific terminology. While all scientific genres share common principles, they differ in scope, depth of analysis, and level of originality. So if we compare like bachelor's thesis and master's dissertation works, they are qualifying academic works, demonstrating a student's research competence at different educational levels. So bachelor's thesis refers to the bachelor's degree, master's dissertation work refers to the master's degree. Yeah, both of them are the qualification works. So if we focus on bachelor's thesis, we can say that its main purpose is here to show the learners or students' ability to conduct some kind of research project. So the first major independent academic research project for undergraduates. It demonstrates the students' ability to understand literature, apply basic research methods, organize academic material, and present findings according to conventions. Emphasis here should be on learning research fundamentals, not original discoveries. Yeah, so this is the main first steps of the bachelor student on the way of the research. The structure of the bachelor thesis typically includes introduction part, literature review, theoretical framework, practical or analytical section, conclusion, references, and appendixes. The structure is straightforward and the research problem is usually limited in scope. Here, according to the language and style, we can say that the language of the bachelor thesis should be formal, clear, and consistent with academic style. The level of theoretical depth and methodological complexity should be moderate compared to higher level research. So when we say about higher level research here, of course, we refer to master's dissertation works. If we focus on master's dissertation works, so we can say that it's an advanced scientific work. It represents an advanced stage of scientific research, providing readiness for independent academic work. It must contain elements of scientific novelty or original interpretation. It demonstrates the author's ability to identify a relevant problem, formulate questions, select methods, analyze data, and draw valid conclusions. So in comparison with the bachelor's thesis, their master's dissertation work is more on selecting methods. It may focus more relevant problems. It analyzes data and draw valid conclusions in comparison with the bachelor's degree's thesis. So, in conclusion, we may say that understanding the main genres of scientific texts is a fundamental skill for master's and PhD students. If we speak about bachelor's thesis, it represents the initial main, the first steps of the academic research training, while the master's dissertation work signifies a transition to independent and advanced scientific inquiry. And mastery of these genres prepares students for doctoral research, academic publication, and professional participation in global scientific discourse. Also, by developing strong scientific writing skills and genre awareness, graduate students enhance their ability to contribute meaningfully to their disciplines and uphold the standards of modern academic scholarship. So, now, if you are focusing on writing your bachelor's degree, that is the thesis, they are the initial stages for academic writing, but in case of the master's thesis, they should be accurate and your competence should be advanced and on the high level. So here on this slide on the screen, you can find the main literature suggested by Swales, Fick, Creswell, Paltridge, Starfield, Hart, Day, and Gastel. All of them here refer about academic writing for graduate students, essential tasks and skills. Also, Creswell suggests here how to design research works, how to use different qualitative, quantitative, and mixed methods approaches, while Paltridge and Starfield, they focus on thesis and dissertation writing in a second language. Hart focuses on doing a literature review, how to do a review literature, releasing the research imagination, while Day and Gastel, they refer about how to write and publish a scientific paper, which is also very important. Yeah. So you can also find the information about the main features of these references shown on the screen. So here on this slide, you can find the information about additional literature, additional references suggested by Highland, who focuses on disciplinary discourses like social interactions in academic writing. Murray focuses on how to write a thesis. Booth, Cullum, and Williams, they suggest us the literature about the craft of research. APA Publication Manual, 7th edition. This book or academic work suggests us how to publish manual of the American Psychological Association. Belcher suggests us how to write our journal article in 12 weeks. So I hope the references I suggested on the screens, main literature and additional literature may help you in conducting your research works and on writing your bachelor's thesis and master's dissertation works. So thank you for your attention.